first game of the season, and the Big 3 is already more entertaining than the WNBA dump. And the Big 3 is definitely more entertaining than the secondary dump known as Unrivaled, which tried to copy the Big 3's business model and ultimately failed. For those that don't know, the Big 3 is a 3-on-3 basketball league that was launched several years ago by Ice Cube. League consists of former NBA players, former Division I college basketball players. If you've ever been bored on a Saturday afternoon in the summer, I highly recommend it. It's not something I follow very closely, but the Big 3 product is significantly better than the make-believe basketball that we see in the WNBA. Over the weekend, the Big 3 had their season opener. I think it was on CBS. It was the Miami 305 versus the LA Riot. Unfortunately, the game was canceled in the middle of the second half because both teams were pretending to fight instead of playing basketball. The clip in the opening of this video, that was the final straw. Dwight Howard and Michael Beasley, they had already gotten into an altercation a few moments before. Then Lance Stephenson, he decided to throw hands instead of throwing passes, and the Miami 305 had to forfeit the game. Multiple players were ejected, which resulted in the game being canceled because the Miami 305, they didn't have enough players to finish the game. I mean, what an accomplishment. You only need 3 players to compete, and your team is so interested in fighting, half the damn team got thrown out of the game. Obviously, Ice Cube and the Big 3 front office, I'm sure they're pissed off about this. You're being paid by CBS. You're obligated to give them a full basketball game, and you're having to cancel the game early because your players are pretending to be boxers. But this could actually be a positive for Ice Cube and the Big 3. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. One of the hardest things about launching a sports league, or any business for that matter, publicity, generating interest. The Big 3 was launched almost 10 years ago. Before the fight this past weekend, how often had you heard about the Big 3? Who was the last champion in their league? Even though they feature former NBA players and some former star players like Dwight Howard, the Big 3 doesn't receive a lot of mainstream interest. Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer, but he hasn't been considered as a star in the NBA since he left the Orlando Magic over 10 years ago. It is hard to generate mainstream interest as a startup league. Now, to their credit, the Big 3 has managed to grow without the assistance of the media. Last season, they averaged around 550,000 viewers per game in the regular season. Some of their playoff games actually eclipsed 1 million viewers. But the Big 3 isn't really something that people talk about until now. Yesterday, Ice Cube, he issued a statement apologizing to fans. I want to apologize to our fans and broadcast partners. We have suspended Lance Stephenson and Michael Beasley for 1 game. We embrace physical play, but fighting will not be tolerated. Obviously, from a PR perspective, Ice Cube had to release this statement, but my guess is he's not too upset with his players. The first day of my junior year of high school, my math teacher, she was bragging about all these school supplies that she had bought over the summer. I bought a protractor, I bought a calculator, I bought these neato erasers, and I had to spend all my own money because the principal wouldn't pay for it. Since she was so proud of these doofus erasers, I decided to decorate them. I decided to write my name on one of the erasers in permanent marker. It said 3M KC. I thought it was great, but my math teacher, she was mad, mad, mad. She calls my parents all upset because I wrote 2 letters on her eraser. When I got home, my parents were pretending to be mad. They were pretending to be upset. But it was one of those situations where I knew they were more upset over the teacher calling them over some doofus eraser than they were over what I did. My guess is it's the same thing here with Ice Cube. Does he want his players fighting? Does he want CBS pissed off because games are being canceled? Obviously not. But at the same time, this fight generated much needed publicity for the league. For the first time in years, maybe even ever, the Big 3 is being talked about. And my guess is Ice Cube is not upset about it. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.